This is Brad A. Milford with the Unlimited Business Wisdom Podcast, where business owners making 5, 6, 7, who cares how much they're making? They're making tons of money and they're sharing their wisdom. It's 6 questions in 9 minutes because transforming possibility leads to reality. So let's get to it. In a few sentences, tell me who you are and what you do.
Well, my name is Oginga Carr, and I'm a certified high performance coach. And so what that means is that I help people maintain and achieve high performance in their life and in their business. And so, we go through those ups and downs that we have that are there. We try to figure out how we can level up and put systems in place to help businesses and people be able to figure out how they can maintain that high performance.
Excellent. I love that. Super clear. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Question number 2. What's the best thing about being in business?
The best thing about being in business for me is the opportunity to be able to create something out of nothing, to be able to create a place like that. You get to be a part of that. I never really liked being in the workforce because it really wasn't a meritocracy many times. It was like, I just go to work and do whatever it was. And whether I was good at it or bad at it, I still got paid the same amount of money. And so what I love about business is the opportunity to be able to create opportunities, to be able to create new things and like to look at something and say, hey, I'd like to do something there, and to get the opportunity. I get excited about the opportunity to do that.
I couldn't love that anymore. Absolutely love that. It's so beautiful about business. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. Question number 3. We hear from other business owners, even during this time. Now, they may have to pivot a little bit, but we're hearing from other businesses, they're crushing it right now in the business space, especially digitally. But sometimes the chaos is causing overwhelm. Tell me your thoughts on that, Oginga.
So one of the biggest things with us is that in order to battle the chaos, you really need 3 C's. And that's really clarity. You need to be clear on where it is you're actually going. That's the thing. Many of us, we get up and we have no idea what our day is going to be or what it is that we're going to create or whatever. And so if you do that, then you kind of get overwhelmed and see, I have to be really clear about what it is that I want to do, because I can get into squirrel syndrome, squirrel, and I go all these other different directions. And that's where the chaos comes in for me. Then you have to understand the content of what you're doing. You have to know, is it something I can do? Is it something I can learn? Or is it something I can delegate? So I need to understand the content of what I'm doing and make sure, okay, this is the where I'm going with this, and this is why I am. Here's how I'm going to actually do it. And then you got to be consistent. One of the biggest things, Brad, is that you really have to be consistent about your actions, your daily actions, and looking at the increments and setting up those signposts, I like to say, and knowing that we're actually moving forward on it. When you can do that, then you don't feel all the craziness from that.
You are speaking my language. I absolutely love it. My ears are open. I absolutely love what you just shared. You're already dropping the value. And we haven't even got question number 5 yet.
That's it.
Question number 4. What other successful business owners like yourself, of course, should be on the Unlimited Wisdom podcast?
Oh my gosh, I know some terrific people that need to be able to share and that are awesome at what it is they do. First of all, a gentleman by the name of Patrick Dewar. He has a entire system called strength-based marketing. And so we've taken the strength base and, you got all the different strength finder tests that are there, but he's kind of put that into like this amalgamation that is amazing, that like really helps you be able to figure out how it is that you reach to the people it is that you need to be able to reach. And that is something that is so unbelievably vital these days, especially with trying to be able to reach out to new people, trying to reach in a digital way where you can't reach out and touch somebody, but you got to be able to get those pattern interrupts that we like to think of, where you interrupt that person's thought in their mind. And they're like, they were just thinking about this. And you're like, wow, I was just thinking about that. And then, oh my gosh, I have someone else, Dr. Jen Price. She has created a program. She's literally helped young people get more than $15 million for college. Okay. And so she's a person that worked on the inside of the system and now works and really takes people through the college process. But she's created a program to really be able to help more people called College Edge. And so with it, it's all about how the DIY, we think about it, Brad, there's different levels to all the expert specs and different things we do. We have the DIY and the done for you level, right? So it's kind of like the Property Brothers. You can watch the Property Brothers on TV for free, okay? And maybe you might be able to build that deck. But if you get a Property Brothers book, then maybe you might be able to help it with it, or you can just hire the Property Brothers. It's always great when I see people who give out massive value and allow people to take their choice in what it is they want to do.
I love that. You highlighted them, you gave them stories, you gave shout outs. Kudos. That is one of the best examples I have had on a podcast. Yeah, thanks for sharing, Oginga.
Nice, good.
Question number 5, speaking of value, we're going to give you an opportunity to drop some value. What piece of wisdom would you share with other business owners?
So, Brad, the first thing you ever got in your life was your name. All right. And so naming conventions are unbelievably important for me. All right. So something we've been able to do with our clients and that we've been able to work with is, in order to be able to get that clarity we were talking about earlier, be clear on what you're doing, is having naming conventions for each one of the days. And not just naming conventions for the days, but really looking at it and saying, what are we going to do with that? So we start off with Sunday. We call Sunday Schedule Sunday. So on Sunday, I schedule out everything I have to do for the week, whether it's from family obligations, from the business, whatever. I look into those 3 different calendars that are all tied into my phone and figure out how do we make sure that we're getting the things done. Am I scheduling out my Facebook posts? Am I scheduling out whatever it is I need to get done? Okay. Monday is Magic Monday. On Magic Monday, it is all about me finding clients that will pay me 5 to 10 times more than what my normal client will pay me. And so with that, we're looking at what business connections. Who is it that we can work out? Does that mean that that's the only day we think about that? No, but it gives me something to focus on for that day, okay? Tuesdays, Talk About It Tuesday. So on Talk About It Tuesday, it's all about sharing what it is that I do with every person it is that I know. You might be online with someone. I have a friend who goes and pays somebody else to do what it is that you do because they don't know that you actually do what you do. And so we think, because we're thinking about our business all the time, that we talk about it too much, but you actually don't. We want to be able to make sure that we're sharing with and getting those things done. Wednesday's Work It Wednesday. So on Work It Wednesday, it is all about working in your business, not necessarily on your business. I know people do the opposite of that, right? They say you got to work on your business and everything with that. Work It Wednesday is my education day. So it's a day that all of those different courses that I bought that are sitting there in my computer, that I go and pick one out and I start looking at and figuring out how this is going to help me in my business to do so. Thursday is Together Thursday. That is the day that I look to figure out when I can collaborate with other great people like you, with the people it is that we talk about. How can we collaborate so that we can rise and everybody can all work together and be able to do it? So who is it that does something that's similar to what I do? It's not necessarily the same thing. That how can I give them a customer? How can we be able to work to do that, to create that? Friday for me is Follow Up Friday. So on Follow Up Friday, it's all about following up on all those things that fell through. This is one of the ways that we keep ourselves from feeling overwhelmed, because I can go back on Friday and say, I had these things on schedule Sunday that I need to get done, right? Let me make sure that I knock those things out so we can be moving and progressing the ball forward. I'm a sports guy, so I always make sports analogies with that. And finally, there's Saturday. Saturday for me is Sanity Saturday. On Saturday, I have to do something that keeps me sane, because as a business owner, you can think about your business all day. And what you find yourself doing is thinking about your business while you're at home and thinking about home while you're doing your business. And so if you don't put those things into place, then it'll drive you crazy. So we do that on Saturday, and that's my week.
That's amazing. I absolutely love that. That is absolutely amazing. And I don't know, a lot of that resonated with me, but the fortune is in the follow-up, right? So without the follow-up, we're all in trouble, aren't we? I love that. I'm going to have to go back and listen to this myself. Thanks for sharing all that massive value, Oginga. Let's switch gears for a second, because we could talk business forever, and I know we could. It's a big passion of ours. We love what we do.
Yes.
Well, let's switch gears to something fun. What's the most fun vacation you've ever had?
The most fun vacation I ever went on is going to Hawaii. I got the opportunity through one of my clients who I was working with to get to for my portion of Hawaii to be free. So that always makes it fun, right? And then I was able to take my wife with me to Hawaii. I mean, we did a lot of awesome things, whether it was the road. Oh my gosh, it's in Maui. It's the road that you drive that you go up all the way down with that. Whether it was taking helicopter rides, I took a helicopter ride over the air. Jurassic Park is one of my favorite movies, and it's like over the area where they were flying over in Jurassic Park. So I recognized that area, and just getting the opportunity to really experience and and do that. And so that was just one of the greatest vacations for me. I really try to make sure that I plan out time for myself in my life, because in order for us to be able to serve at our highest selves, we have to take time for ourselves. That's not selfish. That actually helps you be able to serve more. So that's a big thing.
Absolutely love it. This has been absolutely amazing, Oginga. Thank you for being on. What's the website, or where can people find you? Social media? What the preferred way when they see this and they say, "Wow, I have to reach out to this guy."
Absolutely. Well, you can find me. I have a really original name, being Oginga Carr, Ogingacarr. So you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on YouTube, on Twitter. My website is ogingacarr.com. You can go there. We're giving away $1,500 worth of coaching advice just for signing up, just for free. And so hop on that site, get on there. I'd love to be able to connect with you and kind of share with you what it is that we really are talking about with Team Crushing It. We're crushing those obstacles in front of our goals. We're crushing those timelines, and we're getting there faster than we ever thought that we were going to get there. And so that's what Team Crushing is about. And I'm just excited. Thank you so much, Brad, for making this available and being a part. I love to get a chance to serve your audience.
Love it. Thank you so much. This is Brad A. Milford with the Unlimited Business Wisdom Podcast, where business owners making tons of money just share their wisdom globally and create impact. Thanks for joining us, everyone.